Hi everybody, Msfs here. So I'm posting this because I'm really getting desperate and out of ideas. I'm looking for help from anyone who has flown helicopters in Microsoft Flight Simulators. If you've done it in 2024, that's even better, but I never really did it in 2020, so I don't know that I'd be having the same problem. I cannot for the life of me configure my controls. I've watched anything I can think of. I saw Two Tone Murphy did something this week. I thought that was going to be my saving grace. A lot of what you're looking at here comes from watching his video where I basically cleared literally all of my controls out, and then just, kind of went ahead and configured some here. So what I've got basically is, as you can see, a T-Flight HOTAS X flight stick, and looks just like this. So if you're unfamiliar, because I know there's other T-Flight sticks that have more buttons and so forth. This one's a pretty basic one. I think it's like $70 new. I got it used and so forth, and I've used it for piloting planes since I got it this summer, 4 or 5 months ago, and really enjoy it, and it works well for fixed wing. And then obviously I have a keyboard. I don't use the racing wheel that is plugged in. Sometimes I take it off. Key thing is I have no rudder pedals. I'm not looking to get rudder pedals. I am hoping I can fly a helicopter in some way with simply the flight stick and the keyboard. So, and basically, so what I'm doing is I use the rudder on the keyboard, but, just walking you through this. So ailerons, axis, and elevator axis, that's the left stick, which is this. So basically forward, back, left, right. For the ailerons, the throttle axis, even though it says joystick left axis, that is this. So that is how it sets up. And so basically I'm running the throttle here. I tried to do the collective that way before I watched Two Tone Murphy's setup, because the collective to me seemed like the thing you needed to work with more. But for whatever reason, the way this throttle works is there's kind of a point halfway up in between where it kind of has a click point. I don't know what else to call it. It kind of sets straight up and down. The collective axis, if I set it up basically as a throttle axis, there is a collective axis for helicopters and axis. It will not respond on the back half, where at least with the throttle I get the full range of motion. So that seemed to make more sense. So what I've done is I've put the collective on two buttons that are on the face of this. So they're on the other side. Increment collective is the bottom one and then the top one. So basically, because when I'm incrementing, it's raising. But those are those two. The landing gear is a button down on the side. I don't know that it really matters for a helicopter. Parking brakes, this is 12, is this button here. And then elevator trim up and down, this is 4. And then there's a button on top here that's button 3. So again, Two Tone Murphy said those are key for longer flights, so that you want to set that trim, but the other trims are optional. So in essence, that explains why I have my HOTAS set up this way. If I then go to the keyboard, I have not gotten rid of a lot of things. These are the defaults that come with Flight Sim. If I've got to delete something, I can do that. But basically my rudder left and right pedals, I just have set to the left and right arrows. And you can see they're not duplicated anywhere. There's no number here like here that it tells me that, oh, there's 2 or 3 other things configured. I was very careful to eliminate everything. What sometimes will happen is I will be able to do something with a helicopter, but then the controls will just stop working mid-flight. and suddenly nothing is responding really well, or some things are responding, but I've suddenly lost collective or throttle, or it's just not working. So when I tried this recently, I was going to go ahead and try to do my rotorcraft license, thinking, let me just see if I can fumble through it. While the throttle would move and I could see the collector indicator moving, with the throttle all the way forward, my RPMs were going down to the point where it got to like 200 RPM. There was literally nothing I could do. So it's at this point that I'm posting this video. Like, I'm willing to set up my controls any way I want. Any way anyone suggests that they might have this working. So again, I've got a helicopter profile. If I go to the HOTAS, you can see I've got this helicopter O2 thing. Again, another video I had found where someone had suggested, you know, this is how you do things and so forth. You know, I'm happy to do what I need to do. I just would love to be able to fly helicopters reliably. I've completed 3 training missions, but then there's other ones where, again, it will behave the same way in the training mission, and I just can't get past certain ones. And I've been working on this for a better part of a week. So, kind of an odd video, but I'm posting it out there. Again, I don't know that I'll leave it out there once I get some help. But since I have the benefit of a YouTube channel that at least has some views, I'm hoping I can get some good Samaritan who takes pity on me and can help me out here. Again, and if it's pointing me to another video that they think, hey, this is a great way to set it up, that's fine too. Or if you just want to list in the comments, like, hey, what are the names of things, and, you know, maybe it might require, whether it's helicopter, this, that, or whatever, analog access, just do this setup. You know, whatever the best way to get me the information would be, I'm all for it. You can obviously go on the Discord channel too, and we can communicate there. But I'm just desperately looking for some help, because I'd really love to do some of the helicopter stuff, and the controls are just killing me. Like, I can't get past that. So I can't even attempt to get good at it because it's not working. The other thing I tried to use, because this does twist, my initial setup, I tried to put the rudder on that and twist, but because the cyclic is then in there as well, like, it was way too hard to control. I had a little bit better luck that way, but the controls would still sometimes just go away. And then I think what I was doing at that point, because it was too much to do that and then try to play with the collective, I think I had the collective on a keyboard at that point when I had the rudder over there. So basically I flipped the collective to the keyboard, and I think I was using the up and the down arrows just to, in my head, know, hey, I need to go this way to go, you know, down, and the other way to go up, and so forth. So hopefully I haven't confused the heck out of people, but that's what I've got, and just wanted to show you guys my setup directly. But again, you know, and again, I have a mouse. I do have an Xbox controller that I could use as well. So if someone's like, you know what, don't use a flight stick, whatever, pilot a helicopter with an Xbox controller, I'm willing to do that. I just would need the setup explained. But to me, again, because there's 2 sticks and they're probably harder to manipulate, it seemed like it would be more challenging than using an actual flight stick. But I'm just throwing that out there, but you don't see it here, because normally I don't use that in flight sim. Before I had the flight stick, that was how I was flying planes and everything. But obviously, you know, the flight stick gives me more control. So, and if there's something I missed, I'm again happy to answer any questions. If someone's like, hey, do you have this? Do you have that? But I think I've given you everything I possibly can for whoever might be able to save me, to help me out. So, look forward to your responses. Thank you.